Hello students, in this video we are going to study about the exercise of lesson number 1, that is earth movements for standard 11 students. Now this belongs to geography subject for both science as well as art streams. So let us begin with question number 1. So the question number 1 is complete the following chain. So in this question we have three columns, that is column A, column B and column C. Okay. So you just have to match all these columns. Now the first is widespread volcanic eruption. So the right answer is fissure eruption and Deccan trap. Now fissure eruption are those types of volcanic eruptions which comes the liquid lava, it comes from different points. Okay, and it spreads very vast, and it covers a long distance, hence it is called as widespread volcanic eruption. And most probably the plateaus are created because of fissure type of eruption. So Deccan trap is one of the plateau. Next is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now these islands, they form at zone 5 and very high seismic vulnerability. Okay, so these islands have they are very sensitive to earthquake, and they have large amount of seismic vulnerabilities, means most probably most of the earthquakes have occurred in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Next is Mercalli scale. So the right answer is intensity. We always use Mercalli scale to calculate the intensity of the earthquake, and the measurement is done between 1 to 12. So that is the scale, that is 1 from 1 to 12. So that is the scale of measurement which we see in the point of Mercalli scale. There is one more scale, that is the Richter scale, which is used to measure the energy level. Okay, so Richter measures the energy released during the earthquake, whereas Mercalli scale measures the intensity which is released during the earthquake. So 1 means what? Which is very low, not felt at all. And 12 means what? This 12 means what? Means it is totally destructive. Okay, very high intensity. This is how you can measure it. Next is slow movements. We all know that slow movements, they can create fault as well as foldings. So faulting is one of the slow movement, and faulting can create a block mountain. Next is Philippines. Philippines are generally seen in circum-Pacific belt in Mayon. Okay, so that is the correct answer. Next is volcanic material. So we all know that in volcanic material is of three types, like liquid, solid and gaseous states. So volcanic bombs which are in solid states are released during the volcanic eruptions. Now we'll move further with question number 2, that is identify the correct correlation. Now here we have A as assertion and R as an reasoning. So let us start with the first question. So assertion here is given as faulting leads to the development of fold mountains. And reasoning here is faulting occurs when tensional forces move away from each other. Now the faulting always leads to the development of fold mountains. Is it true? No, faulting never leads to mountains. Okay, faulting is what? It is a crack, it is a rupture. It never creates any type of elevation. So the first statement is totally wrong. Next is what? Faulting occurs when tensional forces move away from each other. Now this is correct. Okay, when the forces, they move in the opposite direction, they move away from each other, then and then only at a particular place a stress is created, and when the stress is created, a faulting occurs. So only R is the right answer. So this is the correct answer for first one. Now second one, assertion is intensity of an earthquake is measured, the measurement of the energy released during an earthquake. And the reasoning is Mercalli scale is used to measure the intensity of an earthquake. So yes, definitely first statement, that is the intensity of the earthquake, is what? It is the measurement of the energy, how much destructive the earthquake was, how much energy is released by the earthquake. Okay, so that is what is the intensity of the earthquake. So this first statement is true, and Mercalli scale is used to measure the intensity of earthquake. This is also true. Okay, so the right answer here is both A and R are correct, and R is an correct explanation of A. Next is A assertion, third one. Assertion, Southeast Asia, Japan and islands in Pacific Oceans are most vulnerable to earthquake and volcanic eruptions. and next is they are located in ring of fire. Okay, now basically Southeast Asia, Japan, islands. So these are really vulnerable to earthquake and volcanic eruption. This we all agree and this is exactly correct. Okay, and they are located in ring of fire. So they are not located actually in the ring of fire. Okay, they are basically located in circum-Pacific belt, which are called as ring of fire. So both A and R are correct, but R is not a correct explanation of A. So this is the right answer. Okay. Even they are located now some place. If you take an example of Japan Fujiyama, it is located in ring of fire, that is in circum-Pacific belt. Then next is the Southeast Asia. Okay. Now this Southeast Asia is somewhat it is located in mid-continental belt. Okay, and few part is located in ring of circumference. Okay, so you can also write that yes, both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. There is a bit mismatch in the places which are given here. Okay, but most probably what I feel is option 3 can be a right answer, or option 4. Okay, now let us move to identify the correct group. So there are 4 groups like A, B, C and D as you can see on the screen. So what is the similarity which you can see? Now in the first case you can see that there are 3 types of fault but only one fault is there. Okay. In this you can see that the values of each and every places are mixed up here. Okay. And here in the section D, you can see that you have all the landforms of volcanoes. Okay, so option D is the correct answer because there is a large amount of similarity in all the 4 options, as it has a large amount of similarity, like all of them are the landforms of volcanoes. Okay, now let us move further. For question number 4, give geographical reasons. Okay, now the first is extinct conical volcanoes are often from crater lakes. Okay. Now, whenever a depression is created, when a large amount of material comes out from the volcanic eruption, तो वहाँ पे एक डिप्रेशन क्रिएट होता है, ठीक है. सो वो जो डिप्रेशन होता है वो 10 किलोमीटर्स वाइड एंड हंड्रेड्स ऑफ मीटर्स डेप्थ से होता है, ठीक है. सो इफ आफ्टर सो मेनी इयर्स व्हाट हैपेंस कि जब भी वहाँ पे कुछ रेनफॉल होता है, so all that water it gets accumulated in it. Okay, पूरा वो जो water है वो पूरा उसमें accumulate हो जाता है. So it looks like a lake. ऐसे लगता है कि यहाँ पे lake ही है. Okay, it is a water body. So many a times क्या होता है कि volcanic eruption they bring large amount of materials with a lot of pressure. ठीक है, बहुत pressure के वजह से पूरा material is thrown out. Okay, so because of that a deep and a large depression is created, and that depression is called as caldera. Okay, so caldera is almost 10 kilometers of wide and it is 100 of meters of deep. Okay, so when the water when the rainwater starts accumulating into these calderas, then it forms into lakes, and these lakes are called as crater lakes. Okay, so they have a funnel type of shape and they are basically seen in extinct type of volcano. मतलब क्या कि एक बार वोल्केनो आ चुका है लेकिन बार बार मीन्स द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द वोल्केनो इज वेरी लो, इट डू नॉट कम रेगुलरली. सो सच टाइप ऑफ वोल्केनो लैंडफॉर्म्स दे गेट फिल्ड अप विथ वाटर और फिर उनको हम क्रेटर लेक ऐसे बुलाते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. people living in Himalayas are more vulnerable to earthquake. ठीक है. So in northern hilly terrains in India, it is made up of rocks with different physical properties. The region where the boundaries of this rock come together is called as Indian earthquake prone zone. And according to geology, the plains of Yamuna, Brahmaputra and the other rivers at the foothills of Himalayas are very weak and imbalanced. Therefore, the earthquakes are common in these regions. The Indian plate is moving from south to north while Eurasia plate is moving towards the south. So the probability of the earthquake in this region is very, very high. So we all know that there are the tectonic plates which are playing a important role in the case of earthquake. तो यहाँ पे there is an imbalance. There is an imbalance and there is an weak plates which you can see at Yamuna, at Brahmaputra river foothills. Okay. So because of this, what happens? The Indian plate, it is moving from south to north. Okay. Whereas the Eurasia, that is Europe-Asian plates, they are moving from south, moving towards the south. Okay, so because of this, there are large amount of chances of earthquake to occur. Hence, these areas, these regions are more prone to earthquake zone. Okay, now let us move further to the L wave. हमें सबको पता है कि seismic waves तीन तरीके के होते हैं, like P wave, S wave and L wave. So L waves are called as longitudinal waves. Now L waves are formed after P waves and S waves. सबसे last जो wave आती है during the earthquake, so those are the L waves. सबसे पहले P, then second is the secondary and the last one is the L waves. Okay. अभी ये जो waves आते हैं ना, तो ये बस surface area पे ही रहते हैं. Okay, they are just on the surface. They don't penetrate inside the earth crust. Okay. So these are very, very slow waves and they move along the earth surface in up and down direction. ठीक है, उनका जो movement है वो up और down direction में ही है. A zone between 105 to 140 from the epicenter is defined as the shadow zone. वो तो सभी को पता है. Shadow zone is what? It is a place where you cannot feel the seismic wave या फिर earthquake के vibrations आपको feel नहीं होते. ठीक है, and that area is from 105 degrees to 140 degrees and उसे हम क्या बुलाते हैं? Shadow zone. So L waves do not reach this far as they move along the earth's surface and therefore they do not have a shadow zone. Now there is the next one, that is soft rocks forms fold while hard rocks forms faults. Okay. Now we all know that there are some rocks which are very soft and there are some rocks which are very hard. Okay. Now soft rocks, जो soft material होता है वो बहुत elastic होता है, वो बहुत flexible होता है. They have a property called ductility. ठीक है, वो जैसे चाहे वैसे हम उसे mold कर सकते हैं. If you take an example of gold, now you know that gold is also a type of metal. You can mold it anyhow. आप जितने चाहे उतने thin wire में उसे mold कर सकते हो, bend कर सकते हो. It gets molded. Okay, so it is a very soft metal. So वैसे ही rocks के rock is also having so many types of metals, minerals present in it. Okay, अगर वो metals या फिर minerals में अगर ductility property है तो वो बहुत easily mold हो सकते हैं. ठीक है, so compressional forces pushes two portions of crustal rocks together and tend to shorten and thicken the crust. The affected rock reacts to the compressional forces depending on the strength of the rock and the speed of the forces. Now the rocks which lie deep inside the crust, because of high pressure and ductility property, they fold instead of breaking. As a result, the rocks deep within the crust fold rather than break. So folding is what? Folding is likely to occur where the compressional forces are applied slowly. So the rock layer that are near to the earth's surface, they are very rigid. The surface rock is very rigid, very hard. So they cannot fold. Instead of folding, they break down and that is called as fault. So when energy moves through these layers, the soft rocks on the large scale, they form faults while the compressional forces move towards each other and they form the folds. Now let us move to the last one, that is folds depends on the strength of rocks and intensity of the forces. अभी जो folding होते हैं, it occurs on the earth's surface on many factors like rock का nature कैसा है, whether it is soft, whether it is hard, उस पे force कितना है, उस force की intensity कितनी है, ज़्यादा है या कम है. When the energy waves moves through the layer of the rocks, the folds are formed. तो compressional forces के वजह से क्या होता है कि दो portions में together the forces they come together and it creates a fold. Okay, so because of that the folds are occurred when the forces are applied towards each other. Now this is all about the half exercise. The remaining part we'll discuss in the next video. Keep watching it. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe the channel.